hours. Indeed, in Huntington Beach, our tradition is that all decisions don't get made at this dais. But indeed, many of our decisions are decided on by the people. So thank you for mentioning that and bringing that as a part of our discussion. So Councilmember Sullivan.
Thank you. Well said. Well, I was initially going to, I just made some points and that was it, but now the gloves are off. Point number one, we're waiting for the state to do. Since when in this country do we worry, do we not do the right thing because we're waiting for somebody else to do it? That's crap. Point number two, this business of waiting does one thing, and I wonder about the motives of this dais. What it does is take that possibility of that being on the ballot off in November, because we can't make it if we're going to wait for some undetermined time as to when the state legislature is going to act on this. And who knows what the hell they're going to do. As Mr. Caccio pointed out, it has not been successful a number of times to this point. This talk about the cost of the EIR, give me a break. Yes, it would be approximately $10,000 to $30,000. If we wait and then we're going to put it on the ballot, $300,000, whatever. I mean, who is kidding who on this? And I remember at Charette or whatever it was, planning in the library. The person that was running it, who did a good job, that we hired, suggested that we only have 4 topics, because that's what her experience, she's worked with a number of cities, is enough. But certain members of this council decided to add a 5th topic, and that was quality of life. And I knew what was coming out of that. So the people that are sitting up here concerned about $30,000, they put stuff up on that board that was millions and millions and millions of dollars. And actually, I was on the economic area. We broke into groups, and don't mean to put you on the spot, but if you had to verify this, you would, Mr. City Manager. I happened to be sitting next to him because we had been in that group, and I saw this bunch of quality of life issues. And I've been around here a long time. I started in 1992, and I can add up. I can see $1 million here, $1 million there, $1 million there. And I said to him, you know, the only way this can be accomplished is if you find, out of our 800 employees, the luckiest person in the city, give them $2 million and send them to Las Vegas and hope for the best. So frankly, I really take offense at this great discussion and worry about $30,000. And certainly it should be a supplement ERA. This ERA process has gone insane. We're having an ERA to go back to the procedure that we had for the last 100 years or however many years. But anyways, it should just be a supplemental ERA. Another thing, this was discussed 8 times? Really? Well, what happens is it would be discussed probably that many times in bringing this forward in this very small window we have to get it on the ballot and save the people of this city money. Things are brought back in the process. That is an absolute bogus argument. That was all start of the same process, and I am really sick of this crap. Single-use plastic bag. That's what it's called. Give me a break. People use the plastic bag for many things. That's why people are so pissed off, for God's sakes. They use the plastic bag to pick up dog poo. They have, you have fish or something that's going to smell. I guess they would want you to use a big plastic bag and put it out in the rainbow thing. What we do is use one of the plastic bags, put a tie on it, and it doesn't stink up the house. My wife, who doesn't get involved in politics and doesn't, she asked her art group the other day of about, I think she said there were 25 people, how they felt about the plastic bag ban. And they were, to a person, and it was all across the political spectrum represented there, they were furious about it because they don't have the bags to do the various things that they use. It's no single-use plastic bag, it's a multiple-use plastic bag. You know, who's kidding who? The wording in the law is a joke and a lie. Regarding the bacterial question, I will put my experience about anybody in this dais and probably anybody in the room. I worked as I was going to high school, college, and dental school in a research lab at Harvard School of Public Health. I was able, because of my initiative and so on, to actually design experiments before I was qualified with degrees. And I'm telling you, it is real simple. The cross-contamination that will happen, cantaloupe, for example, the skin of them can cause real problems. It's stuff from meat bleaching out. And then what do? It goes in the plastic bag, and then it sits out in the sun in the trunk of the car. Ladies and gentlemen, that is the perfect petri dish to get a real toxic view. Now, to produce tremendous amount of bacteria, which is a problem. Now, if you want to discount these, it really irritated me in the last discussion. Oh, these studies were paid for by the plastic bag industry. Well, these studies were done at such places as University of Pennsylvania, well-known Ivy League school, University of Michigan, one of the finest schools in the Midwest, University of Arizona. I think a lot of people in this room have connections with that university. And I'm telling you, they do not compromise their integrity because some money is given to them by a plastic bag manufacturer. As a matter of fact, people in real science, and I mean real science, not Al Gore science, pseudoscience, people in real science are somebody who falsifies their data. They're really mild people, but they're ready to castrate them over that. I mean, that's a major sin in real research to do something like that. That just would not happen. The 10 cents cost for the plastic bag, and we had the discussion, is it a fee, is this? What it is a bribe. It is a bribe to the grocery stores so they will do this. They wouldn't do it without it. If we took away that 10-cent fee for the paper bags that people have, they would be screaming. But that's how we, in the nanny state that seems to exist here, that's how we bought them off. It wasn't me, and it wasn't Mr. Caccio, and it wasn't Mayor Harper. And the people knew about this. Unfortunately, sometimes people aren't that aware of what's going on. And let me tell you right now, the Beach-Edinger corridor, only now people are seeing the monstrosities that are going up in this city that block out the sun. And if we had an initiative now, but we can't do that, if we had an initiative now, I'll tell you right now, 90% of the people would say, get rid of that stuff. I want my old city back. I want to be able to drive down the streets and not have horrendous traffic, et cetera, et cetera. So this is real simple. If people tonight stay with the status quo, they are basically saying, the hell with the people of Huntington Beach. We know better. And I am damn sick of the nanny state. I want democracy in this city. I want the people to be respected. And anybody who didn't hear from the people tonight that they are upset and they want a vote, wasn't listening.